What starts as a cheerful morning show conversation can sometimes take a turn no one sees coming. That's exactly what happened when Kylie Kelce sat down on the Today with Jenna and Friends show. It was supposed to be a straightforward interview about her foundation and the work she's doing to bring youth sports programs to underserved communities. Instead, it turned into a fiery exchange that left the audience in stunned silence and ended with Kylie walking off the set. The interview opened the way these shows usually do, warm, relaxed, friendly. Jenna Bush Hager welcomed Kylie with a smile, complimented her, and asked about her charitable work. Kylie, calm and collected, shared heartfelt stories about children who had found opportunities through her foundation. The crowd was engaged, nodding along, clearly enjoying the positive energy. Everything seemed on track for a light, uplifting segment. But then Jenna shifted gears. She brought up a conversation that had been circulating in the media about NFL wives and whether some of them were becoming too involved in their husbands' careers. She asked Kylie how she felt about the idea that some wives were overshadowing the athletes themselves. The question instantly changed the energy in the studio. Kylie paused, her expression tightening just slightly before she responded. "I think supporting your spouse in their career is pretty normal, don't you?" she said with a polite but guarded smile. Jenna pressed again. "Of course support is great, but when family members become as famous as the athletes, it can change the focus. Doesn't that sometimes distract from the players' achievements?" Kylie leaned back in her chair, her tone sharpening. "Are you suggesting that wives supporting their husbands somehow takes away from their accomplishments? Because that sounds like an outdated way of thinking." The audience shifted in their seats. The co-hosts glanced at each other nervously. Producers behind the cameras looked like they weren't sure whether to cut to commercial or let it play out. Jenna tried to soften her approach, but the damage was already done. Kylie's patience was wearing thin. "So women supporting their husbands is now considered a distraction? That's the narrative we're pushing?" she said firmly. The conversation only escalated from there. Jenna defended her questions as legitimate, part of a broader discussion happening in sports media. Kylie wasn't convinced. "I came here to talk about helping kids. Instead, I'm being asked to defend my right to be a supportive wife. Is that really what morning television is about now?" Tension in the room was building fast. Jenna pushed back, saying public figures should expect tough questions. Kylie didn't hesitate. "Tough questions about charity work, sure. About helping kids, yes. But I didn't come here to be lectured on how to be a proper NFL wife." The back and forth grew more personal. Jenna mentioned that some families in the league were over the top. Kylie shot back immediately. "So now I'm attention-seeking? That's what this is really about? You think I should learn my place, stay quiet, and not embarrass myself or the NFL?" When Jenna used the phrase overly sensitive, that was the breaking point. Kylie stood up, her chair sliding back. "Overly sensitive? If Tom Brady's father showed up and was vocal about supporting him, would you call him a distraction? No. But when it's women, suddenly it's a problem." The silence in the studio was deafening. Jenna had no response. The audience leaned forward, not daring to make a sound. Kylie grabbed her purse and jacket. "I came here in good faith to talk about giving kids opportunities. Instead, I've been ambushed with questions meant to undermine my character and my marriage. That's not journalism. That's gossip dressed up as a serious conversation." One of the co-hosts tried desperately to salvage the moment, asking Kylie to at least share something about her foundation before leaving. Kylie paused, looked into the camera, and said with calm conviction, "Our foundation is about making sure every child has access to sports, no matter what their family's financial situation is. If anyone watching wants to help, they can visit our website. That's what matters, not whether I'm too visible or too vocal." Her sincerity cut through the tension, but she was already done with the interview. She turned back to Jenna for one final remark. "You had a chance to highlight something meaningful today. Instead, you chose to attack a woman for supporting her husband. I hope that was worth it." And with that, Kylie walked off the stage, leaving behind a silent studio, co-hosts scrambling for words, and Jenna frozen in her chair, clearly realizing the moment had slipped far beyond her control. What should have been an uplifting segment became one of the most shocking walk-offs in recent daytime television history. and it left everyone asking the same question. Was Kylie right to stand her ground, or should she have stayed and handled it differently?